In today's video, I'll be showcasing a super simple and resource-friendly wool farm design. I would go even as far as to say that you could probably build this within your first Minecraft day. This farm cranks out more or less a stack of wool per hour of any color you want. Now generally these rates are considered good, but if you need better rates, you are going to have to build multiple of these modules, as wool farms do not get much more efficient than this. Here we go. These are the resources required to build a single module of this farm. You can choose how many shears you want. Generally one suits the average player, although do know that they get consumed after 8 hours of use. So voila, you're gonna need 2 sheep minimum and dirt blocks, temporary blocks. First thing to do is find a 3x3 patch of grass. Here this will be my patch, and then simply go anywhere and go 2 blocks under the surface and then dig underneath that 3x3 patch of grass. So normally now on top you have a 3x3 patch of grass, and underneath you have a 3x3x2 hole. There, I did put some stone blocks so that you can see which 3x3 grass patch I'm talking about. Anyway, next step you want to do is place 3 glass blocks like this. This should be self-explanatory for the most part. Then on the side with no glass, break a dirt block, or rather grass block, place an observer, place a redstone dust outside of that observer, a dispenser pointing inwards with a pair of shear inside it, and then cover it up with a grass block. Next step is come underneath, find your observer, place a chest like this with a 1 block gap underneath and a hopper pointing into it. Normally your hopper should be aligned with the center block. You can of course break that block to see, yeah, it is indeed the center block. Then add a rail with a minecart with a hopper. This is your collection system. Now your chest isn't obliged to be here, it could be here, it could be here. Just make sure that your hopper points into a chest. Next thing to do is place a torch on the glass block just on top of the dispenser and add 2 sheeps. Now it is possible that your sheep will have different colors. If you want, you can dye them to get a specific color of wool. For example, if you need orange wool, then you can dye your sheep orange and they shall provide you with orange wool. Anyway, for the most part we are done. You should probably add ladders here, by the way, but yeah, we're done. Now your farm is done. Now in theory you would be able to bring more sheep into this farm, although I do not recommend it. It is simply going to be an extra hassle to dye them all to the same color and bring them in, and it isn't necessarily going to make your farm much more efficient. To explain why, I'm going to first explain how this farm works. First thing to note, which is a fun fact about sheep, is once they eat this grass block, well any grass block, and the grass block becomes dirt, they will immediately grow wool. So I'm just going to wait a bit until this sheep eats some grass to show you what I mean. And there we go, we saw it right there. He ate the grass block and he immediately grew wool. Let me show you. There we go. So essentially how this farm works is we force the sheep to eat a specific grass block, and we simply detect when does that grass block get eaten and immediately fire a dispenser with a simple collection system here underneath, which will collect all of the wool. So very simple. Now the reason why we have the torch is because at night time a dirt block will not become grass block if there is no light of a specific light level. Now I don't know exactly what is the light level. All I know is that you need to light your wool farm up so that it can work at night time as well. There are extremely cool designs you can do with the farm. Here is an example. This was like 2 seconds to set up with a row of lanterns instead of torches, and the roof and whatever. So I think that this looks pretty cool. And underneath here is all of our collection system. This is just to give you an idea of what is possible in terms of decoration and practicalness. Well, silly me, I got the rates a tiny bit wrong. It actually is a stack and a half per hour, and your shears will be destroyed after 5 hours instead of 8 hours. So there you go. Else than that, I would like to say massive thank you for the incredible support. It's really been amazing. I currently now have 2 videos with well over 100 views, which is something I was never able to achieve with the past type of content I was publishing. So I think I'm gonna stay with this content. Else than that, guys, see you in the next video.